Hello students, welcome to my English tutorial. Today I am going to teach you editing and omission, an important element of grade 10 English CBSE paper. Editing and omission, few points to remember. Editing and omission exercise is an important element of CBSE English paper which has a weightage of 4 marks. It is a practical implementation of all the grammar concepts which students learn till middle school. Students should be well versed with prepositions, conjunctions, adjectives, adverbs, verbs, tenses, finites, non-finites, voice, reported speech, clauses and kinds of sentences. As they say, practice makes a man perfect. Editing and omission exercises are easy to attempt and to score marks in, provided the students are thorough with all previously learned grammar concepts and a rigorous practice of exercises are done. It involves common sense as well as to which particular word in the given passage is incorrect or omitted. We should take care of the tense in which the passage is written. For example, if the passage is written in the past tense, so either simple past tense form or past perfect tense form will come. Few cases, even present perfect tense forms also come. Students should also take care of this important point that two prepositions cannot come adjacent to each other. It will happen with a rigorous practice of these exercises and also the correct concept clarity of the prepositions and its kinds. If the passage is going in a particular voice, for example, if the voice of the passage is passive voice, then the whole passage will be the passive form only, and the verbs accordingly, if they are incorrect, they will be supplied with the corrected verbs in the passive forms only, that is the participle forms of verbs. Students should have a thorough concept clarity of conjunctions, that is coordinate, correlative and subordinate. They should also have a thorough concept clarity of prepositions and its kinds with use. In board paper it comes in two ways. Either students will have to identify the incorrect word and supply the correct word, or in each sentence one word is omitted and students will have to supply the word there and also write the word which is before the omitted word and the word which is after the omitted word. Editing is generally done during proofreading. It can be of two types as we had already discussed, error or omission. A short text with one error or omission in each line is given. Numbered blanks are provided with each line for writing the corrected or omitted word. Identify the error or omission keeping in mind the PPACTS rule. Now what is PPACTS rule? P for preposition, P for pronoun, A for article or determiner, C for conjunction, T for tense, verb form, singular or plural, and S for spelling. So basically this rule is very applicable and important in order to find out the incorrect word or in order to find the omitted word in a passage, which comes with rigorous practice of such exercises by the students. Few things to remember. After reading the passage, students should identify the tense and see whether it is appropriate to the context. Students should check the subject-verb agreement. They should check the areas where word is missing in case of omission and check the errors as mentioned above for error correction. Students should mention the answer against the given blank number. So this is very important. The blank number should be correct. In order to provide the correct word, they should write down the correct word in the correct blank number on their answer sheet. If they won't do, then there are chances of losing marks. In case of omission, students should write the word before and the word after the omitted word along with the supplied word. So this is also very important. In case students are not practiced to do this, they will tend to lose marks in their board paper. In case of error correction, write the incorrect as well as the corrected word in 2 columns. So this is also very important. Students should be groomed and trained in such a way that they should write the incorrect word also with the correct word which they have supplied, because for both of them weightage is there. Now we will try and understand editing and omission through one example. This is the way the question comes in the final grade 10 board English paper. The following passage has not been edited. There is an error in each line for which a blank is given. Write the incorrect word and the correction in your answer sheet against the correct blank number. The first has been done as an example. Now, before attempting this question, the students will be trained in such a way that the students should read the passage before jumping onto solving the question. The students should read the passage and should understand that the passage is demanding what? The passage is based on some tense. The passage demands the corrections based on some modal auxiliaries or prepositions. So the best way of doing editing and omission exercise is to groom the students to read the passage first and then analyze sentence after sentence. I'll read the passage. You will have your hair cut very short in the first month. After that, you might grow it longer, but it shall never touch your collar. Your uniform should be neat but clean too. A student is expected to be neat and clean. So after reading the passage only, we come and notice many corrections, but we exactly do not know that what passage is demanding. But after reading, we get an idea that this passage needs correction. Now we will go sentence by sentence. In the first sentence, already the correction has been done. This is the same way you get question in your final board paper. You will have your hair cut very short in the first month. As you can see in this sentence, the incorrect word is will and the correct word is must. Both are modal auxiliaries. Will shows the determination of doing something, expresses or some action which is going to happen in future. Must is the modal auxiliary which expresses the strong obligation. Now in this particular passage we have understood that someone is speaking to someone. Person who is speaking to somebody, that person is instructing to that person who is listening. So you will have haircut very short in the first month. As you can see, when we have identified the incorrect one is already being given and the correct one is provided as must, then we have understood that here somebody is putting a strong obligation. An obligation is being put up. You must have your haircut very short in the first month. Next sentence we will see, after that you might grow it. Now when you see you might grow it, here we see modal auxiliary might is given, which is showing the possibility, but it is not the strong possibility. So in this case, the word might is the incorrect one and the strong possibility, which word shows? May shows the strong possibility. So in this case, the correct word will be may. Then after that, we will read the passage again. After that, you may grow it longer, but it shall never touch your collar. So again, if you just see, this is the modal auxiliary. Shall again expresses something, some action happening in future. Okay, but here since it is going as an instruction, so but it shall never touch your collar. So shall is the incorrect modal auxiliary, and in place of shall, it should be replaced by the modal auxiliary should, obligation. In the very first sentence, must. After that, you may grow it. Then in the third sentence, but it should never touch your collar. There is an obligation not as strong as must. So that's why we are not using must, but obligation is there in place of shall, should will go. The sentence completes over here. Your uniform should be neat but clean too. Your uniform should be neat and clean too. Because when we see this conjunction but it's a coordinate conjunction. But when we see these two words, neat and clean, they are of same segment, they are of same class, neat and clean. So here automatically when we speak, we come to know that but is the wrong conjunction over here, and in place of but and should go, because these two words are of the same order or of the same level. So the correct word will be and not but. A student is expected to be neat and clean. And the last sentence, if you just see, it goes in a passive voice. A student is expected to be neat and clean. It's not expect. So in this case, the passive form should go and the incorrect word will be expect, and the correct word will be expected. Now this can only happen when students are thorough with the previous concepts, whatever they have learned in their middle school, because it is very, very important that their previous concept of modal auxiliary verbs, prepositions, conjunctions, active passive voice, direct indirect speech, transformation of sentences, adjectives, determiners, articles should be very, very clear. Also subject verb agreement. So this happens with lot of practice. Students, with this we come to an end of editing and omission session. I hope that you have liked the video and you have understood the concept clearly and the prerequisites for doing the editing and omission exercises, that is PPACTS rule, preposition, pronoun, article, conjunctions, tenses and spellings. On the basis of these concepts only, editing and omission, anybody, any student can have mastery over. If you have any doubts pertaining to this concept, you can always comment in the comment section, and you also let me know through your feedback that which other grammar concept or anything pertaining to CBSE English board paper you want to see in my next videos. I'll try to cover them. If you have liked my video, please don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. With this, I will take your leave. Thank you and take care.